In this video, we're going to be doing a Christmas gift ideas on a budget. Now, of course, every single budget can be a little bit different just depending on, what you are able to spend on. So a majority of these gift ideas are going to be anywhere between $20 to about $35. One or two of them might get closer to about $50, but that's going to be the general range for most of these items. Hello, fellow wealth builders, and welcome back to the TruFinancials channel. As I mentioned, we're going to be talking about Christmas gifts on a budget. But first, if you are new here, on this channel, we normally talk about personal finance, investing, and retirement to really help build your wealth and then become more financially free. So these Christmas gift ideas on a budget are really kind of geared towards the male audience. So whether you have like a boyfriend, a husband, a father, a brother, or somebody in your life that's a male, it can really benefit them. But of course, this can also work for females as well. So I really did take the time to actually go through and find some unique items that are within a really good price range on most people's budgets. So I hope you enjoy and go through this list with me. Let me know in the comment section down below, do you have any other gift ideas that you have done in the past that have been really beneficial? That way we can share some thoughts and ideas for the holiday season. All right, so here we are on the computer. Now, I do have Amazon opened up, and I have about 18 different tabs going through. And what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at different ideas, and these are not necessarily the ideas that you have to go with or that you should go with, but hopefully they will kind of broaden the ideas of what you can do for Christmas gift ideas on a budget, because again, we want to kind of keep within a certain price range. Now, what I'm going to do is at the top of the description box here, I'm going to have a link that will actually have all the different items that I talk about today all gathered into one spot. So you don't have to go looking through all the different links or anything. You just click on that and it'll actually take you to a storefront that will have all these items all at once for you. And then also too, if anybody in my family is watching and is needing some gift ideas, some of these of course are based off of what I'm kind of wanting. So wink, wink, hint, hint. Just kind of an idea. Now, the first item here is going to be a watch. Now, obviously, depending on every single person and what they're kind of interested in, it might dictate on what items might work best for you. So, one other thing to keep in mind too is the price that you might see here on the website is just based off of the sales that are going on currently as I'm recording this. So, if it's a little bit more, a little bit less, that's just going to be dictated on when you actually look at these items. So, the first one, like as I mentioned, is this watch. I think it looks really cool for under 25 bucks. I think this is a pretty awesome watch. I think a lot of guys would actually really enjoy this as a gift, just because it can add to a lot of different styles and it can really kind of up their game when it comes to the different things that they have as far as accessories. So the next item is actually going to be some Hue Lights. Now, this is a really cool thing. This is actually, as of right now, it's 40 bucks, and it comes with 4 lights. So for most guys, the idea of being able to control their lights through their phone or through like a smart device such as like a Google Home or Amazon Alexa is a really cool thing. And so what these are the different light bulbs that you can put in any different type of area in your house, and you can actually control them with your smartphone. And so to me, that's a really cool thing. And it's very simple to be able to put through, and it might seem a little expensive, but over time the cool different features that it has can actually help save you guys a little bit of money, whether it's having the lights turn on while you're not home or being able to shut them off while you're in bed in case you forgot and don't want to get back up. I definitely think this is a really cool gift idea, definitely something a little bit different than most ideas that you hear out there. And then next up is kind of aligned with it. This one's a little bit cheaper. It's a wall plug that you can actually plug a lamp or certain devices in to be able to control through your phone or through voice as well too. So you can see this one actually says works with Google Assistant or works with Amazon Alexa. So if you guys already have those devices and you plug this item in, you can actually have the ability to control different things. And as you can see here, it's not very expensive. And there's just different options of like what you can have plugged in as well too. So very cool idea, kind of goes along with that first idea, but this one's a little bit cheaper. And then next up is probably one of my favorite items that I actually personally own myself. I actually have one generation behind this one. This is actually the newest one they just came out with. This is a wall plug, and it has 6 different slots to be able to plug in USBs. And what this does for you is actually you can plug in quite a few different devices all at the same time, but the charging on this is so much faster than a regular charger for the wall, and it does some amazing stuff. And it's a really cool thing to be able to take with you when you're traveling or going to different places, because when there's only one outlet and you can plug this in and most people can all charge at the exact same time, you almost become the hero of the room. So for, what is it, $32.99 as of right now, this is a really cool item. I actually have the one that I'm currently using I think it was for like the last 4 years, and it's been doing amazing work. And I actually personally love Anker overall when it comes to their cables and their devices. So this one is a really cool one, a little bit different when it comes to, again, the different ideas that we have here for the Christmas gifts ideas on a budget. But again, this will still keep you within a good range, but a good gift nonetheless. All right, so next up is going to be beard oil. So if your guy or your dad or your significant other has a beard and they want to kind of keep it together. Now, this is not the one that I've actually used. I can't find the one that I got a very long time ago, but the bottle has lasted me for quite some time. But it's really nice to be able to put some oil on your beard or your mustache to be able to kind of keep everything, a little bit more smooth and, feeling nice. So beard oil, whether it's this one or any other ones, you can definitely check them out. I think it can really do some really nice things for them when it comes to grooming if they've never tried it before. All right, so next up on the list is Catan. Now, this is a board game. So if your person actually really enjoys board games, this is a really cool gift. Now, this is under $35 as well, and it's a fantastic board game, especially if you guys have other strategy games. Now, here's the really cool thing. If they already actually have this game, there are quite a few expansions that you can get for this game that will actually tack onto what they already have and give it more additional value. What you do is if you scroll down towards the bottom area over here, you're going to see all the additional expansions that they have available for you to be able to purchase. So again, if the person already has this game and you know that they enjoy it, you can actually do some expansions for them and they would really appreciate it. All right, so next up is going to be a mug. So this is a really special mug, and I think if the person is a big fan of coffee or tea, or just in mugs in general, I thought this was a really, really cool one. Now, they do have different styles. They do have different things that you can even add to it as well. But overall, I think this was a really cool gift idea. And if it's not even just this mug in particular, any type of special mug, if they are a fan of mugs, would be a really cool gift to get them, even if it's like a couple different ones. If you find some as inexpensive as sometimes they can be. I think this is just something unique and cool that is not very common that people get or give to the other person, but can actually still be very practical in that sense that it's not crazy expensive, but it actually does some use for them as well. So next up is going to be the whiskey gift set. So if they're not a fan of coffee or tea and would prefer something like whiskey, this right here is a really cool gift. I found this one, it's $20 or less, has really, really good reviews for having over 1,000 reviews here on Amazon. So it's a little bottle, and then it has 4 glasses, or even 5 actually, looks like, on there. And I think it looks really, really cool. I think it's an awesome kind of gift if they are a fan of that, or, even if they have certain other things that they want to use this for. I think for $20 or less, I think this is a pretty sweet deal. And then next up here, we have the bamboo cutting board. Now, if your person likes to cook in the kitchen, I think having a really good cutting board can do wonders for them. I think it's a really cool gift that kind of goes beyond just the traditional, items that most people get someone, because this will actually last them a very long time. And if you look at it, I mean, the quality can get really high there. If you look online for different cutting boards, there are some that go way past this. This is about $20 because, again, we're here looking at Christmas gifts on a budget, so I wanted to make sure we found something within a good price range. And this has like the handle on the side, has those little indents right there, so in case like tomatoes or something like that gets cut up, it doesn't like spill over the edges. I just think this is a really cool gift idea for somebody that likes to cook. Now, on top of that, if you have a little bit more money and you want to spend it, I saved this tab because I thought this was cool. You can actually get customized cutting boards, and this one says dinner is coming. So if you are a Game of Thrones fan, I think this would be an awesome gift. Obviously, if you look at the price, I don't know if it shows you right there, but it actually shows it for about $40 to $45. But again, that's if you have that extra money to be able to get some specialized cutting boards. I think that would just be so cool to have, especially if you kind of go over on a regular basis and you can actually see them using the item that you actually ended up buying for them. I think is a really cool thing as well. So as I mentioned earlier, I will have a link in the top of the description that will actually take you to all of these items together that I mentioned here in this video, so that way you don't have to go through each individual link by itself, and you can go and check them out and see what items might work best for you and might be a great Christmas gift idea that is on a budget. So next up here is going to be, this one is like for the super nerds, and I thought this was really, really cool. So if you have a gamer or somebody that's a nerd, or you guys love pizza or both, this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizza book. Yes, so when I told my wife about this one, as I was going through the ideas with her to kind of just confirm that these are not over the top or anything. She actually thought this was a really cool idea too. So this right here is about $20, and it is a hardcover book, which is important to note. And it actually goes through and showcases, I don't know if we can show them here. Yeah. So it showcases different types of pizzas, the ingredients, and the instructions to make them. So there's some really cool ideas on here. There's like a deep dish pizza. There's the breakfast pie. There's all these really cool different things, and they give you the ingredients and the instructions. And I thought this was a really cool gift idea, especially if you want to kind of be unique and different than, you know, the traditional gifts that most people give another person. All right, so next up here is going to be spices. So we're kind of keeping within the kitchen theme here. Didn't really do it on purpose. It just so happened. This right here is a spice set. I think this is a really cool gift idea. Again, not even if you go with this one that I have here on the screen in particular, but if you just look at the different types of spices that are available, or even like sauces that you can get for somebody that's a big fan of cooking, I think this can go a really long way and kind of give them, you know, the idea to kind of, you know, spread out their wings when it comes to trying out different types of spices, or if they already are a fan, you know, trying something that's within like their realm of cooking ideas. All right, so next up is going to be a belt. Now, I know this might seem very basic and easy, but, you know, some of these gift ideas don't necessarily have to just be by themselves. You can be buying multiple different items, and I think a belt can go a long way as far as being able to, again, accessorize, kind of like we talked about the watch earlier. I think this can be a really cool gift to be able to expand a guy's accessory line, and then be able to give them something of higher quality than maybe like the $10 belt that they got from like Walmart or Target. So these kind of belts look really cool, and they do last a long time as well. And I think that's something that, you know, you always want to consider is how long will something last. You know, a belt that's around this price range, you're going to be getting something that's going to last you a very long time. All right, so next up is going to be the Grooming Kit. Now, this one is a really cool kit. It does go for about $50. I think this is one of the highest priced items that I have on here. And this kit gives you a lot of different options when it comes to how you are able to trim and kind of groom your facial hair. And I think this is a really cool gift for a guy, especially if he has one already and it's maybe not working as well, or it's kind of old. You know, getting him an upgraded one or an updated one, I think would be a really cool idea. What you can do is actually go through and look and see which model he has, and if he enjoys it, maybe find out if there is a newer version of it. That's actually what my wife did. She actually ended up getting a newer model of the one that I had because mine was starting to go out, and she got this one. It's very similar to this one, exact, made by Philips, and it has all these different like the short trims up at the top, has all the different options for the length of the beard, and then it even has a nose trimmer in case you do need that as well, or technically they need that. So this is a really cool gift idea to be able to get somebody that can really give them, you know, an upgrade of what they currently already have at home. All right, so next up is going to be this toiletry handbag if your person likes to travel a lot. I think this looks really, really cool, and it can really add, again, some more style or, you know, accessory to this guy's lineup. And for me personally, when I was looking at this, I thought this was really neat as far as the way you can hold items and put them in there. So if you guys like traveling, or they do a lot of traveling for work, this might be a really good gift option for them. And again, it can actually even go with a lot of their styles if they have this kind of, you know, brown and dark tan coloring that they go with their clothing. All right, so next up is going to be a cardigan sweater. Now, again, I mentioned some of these ideas were some gift ideas for me, so if you want to send them my way, you're more than welcome to. These right here I think are really cool looking. You know, just for any guy, if you wanted to, you know, add up to his accessories, or, you know, give him something additional to wear for like the holiday season or the winter season in general. But whether it's a sweater or a cardigan or just something extra when it comes to clothing, you know, adding to his clothing line based off of what he already wears is a really cool gift idea. I know my wife has done that a couple times with some button downs and some long sleeve shirts that I personally love collecting. And so I personally like different items of clothing. The funny part is, as a kid, I would hate clothes as a Christmas gift, and nowadays I actually love clothes as a Christmas gift. All right, so next up is going to be man candles. So if your guy is a fan of like man caves and man smells, I guess you could say, this was kind of a cool looking idea that I found. It actually got some really good reviews here based off of other people's feedback. So I thought this was a really cool idea. I thought it would be unique, especially if they have like a man cave area where they have like their games or their guys come over to watch sports. This is a really cool idea. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out as well. All right, so next up is going to be a globe. Now, I know you might be thinking, like, why a globe? Like, what does this have to do with anything? But I don't know. It's just like one of those things where if they have like a desk and they have an office area, you know, this might be a really good accessory to go along with. Now, they do have a lot of different options when it comes to globes. So again, if you scroll down here, you'll see tons of different options some better within better price ranges like $20 to $30 as well. And so this will just give you more of an aesthetic look in the household or in the office if that's kind of something that they're looking for or wanting to add to, you know, the area that they're in. All right, so the next item is going to be bookends. Now, this is a really cool idea as well, whether it's in that office or, you know, a certain room that can really be more aesthetically pleasing to have something like books to be in the room, where you have these nice, really cool looking bookends. And the cool thing about these ones in particular, they actually have little drawers as well that you can put in. So if you wanted to put like bookmarks or other things, you know, in that area, you can actually put them in there. And they're relatively inexpensive, and there's a lot of different options out there as well. So many cool different ones, things that can pertain to other people's interests, whether it's, you know, Harry Potter or, you know, just different types of series like the Hunger Games. I've seen a lot of cool different bookends that people can get for their books. And I think this is a really cool idea for somebody that's maybe a bookworm that, you know, maybe has a ton of books but aren't as well organized, and this can help them keep that organization put together. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that Christmas gift ideas on a budget. As I mentioned earlier, if you have any ideas that you would like to share, put them in the comment section down below so that way other people can hear about those ideas. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to hit that like button, and then you can also share this video out with anybody else that is looking for some Christmas gift ideas on a budget. All right, if you made it to the end of this video, my top video is going to be my most recent release, and then this bottom video is going to be my family traditions for the holidays.